Hey everyone, it's me, Beauty Red Paradise, and today's video is the furry friend tag with Cashew. So I asked you guys on Facebook to give me some questions along with the questions within the tag, and yeah, let's get started. So this is Cashew. His species is Syrian hamster. I've had him 7 months. I got him in December time. Cashew is 9 months old. I got him when he was 8 weeks old and I've had him 7 months, so he's now 9 months old. Still quite a baby though. So I adopted Cashew from the adoption bit in Pets at Home, and I was just in there to get some supplies for the pets at the time, and I was actually planning to get a hamster anyway, but I always look around at the animals and I love to look in the adoption bit as well, and I just saw this adorable little baby cream princess looking hamster and I just fell in love with him. Some quirky things about Cashew's personality is that he is just so lovable and friendly, and he would never hurt anybody, he would never bite or nibble anyone. He is just such a lovable guy and I love him so much. And as you can see, he's very active too. He loves to run around and he's always really alert. He actually has a thing where he'll wake up very early in the day, like from 6 o'clock, and he won't go to sleep until about 5 in the morning. He's definitely a very active hamster and he loves to keep awake, and when he's awake he's very awake, as you can see. Another quirky thing about Cashew is when he smells something or he scents something, he'll actually lick it. It's really adorable, but that's his way of testing out something to see if it's safe or if he likes it. And it was really cute because I never ever had a hamster lick me before. And I remember when he smelt something on me and he just went and licked my hand, and it was the most cutest thing. His way of testing out things is to lick, which is just adorable. My relationship with Cashew means a huge amount to me. I just couldn't live without him. He makes me smile and laugh every day. He's such a funny little guy. I couldn't do without him in my life. I'm also a sort of person that will stay up quite late, so he gets extra playtime with me. Oh, Cashew. We definitely do have a bond. He definitely has bonded with me, and I think I realised that when I fell in love with him as well from the start, so he is definitely a very close hamster, and I do love him very much, and we're very close. I think that would be when I first got him, because at first he was just getting to know me, I was just getting to know him, and it was all very special and exciting for us, and he just didn't know me quite well back then, and he was just having to get to know me and trust me better, and that for me is a very special, memorable, favourite time with Cashew for sure. So yes, I would say that it definitely was when I first got him as a baby, and getting to know him, him getting to know me and trusting me, and our bond developing from there. So Cashew has a couple of nicknames. I sometimes call him Cashew Pie, I just think that's adorable. Sometimes Cashy, also Cutie Pie, but most of the time I'll call him Cashew because that is his name and he is a cashew. Cashew actually has many favourite toys, but I would say the one I see him spend most of his time in, especially when it comes to playtime, would have to be his red extendable tunnel. He loves this tunnel so much. I always see him run through it and climb on top of it. It's definitely, I would say, his favourite toy. If he had to pick out of all of them, I think he wouldn't live without his long red tunnel. So yes. I was actually thinking of names that would go with his looks, and I really wanted to name him obviously after food. I don't know whether you've noticed a pattern on my channel, but a lot of my pets, all my pets, are named after food. Honey, cookie, sugar, nutmeg, cashew, yes. I just find that by naming pets after food is just much cuter than naming them after human names, because human names aren't very cute, whereas food, objects, of course, they're adorable. And I was having a good think about names at the time, and Cashew just popped into my mind, and the main reason is because when he was a baby, oh my gosh, he was this gorgeous pale cream baby Syrian, and he actually looked a bit like a cashew, and it was just the perfect name for him, and I'm so glad I chose that name for him, because when you look at him you just see a cashew, do you not? I mean, he's definitely a cashew. He actually hasn't escaped his cage, no, which is quite interesting because all the hamsters I've owned have found ways to escape their cages. So yes, it's definitely a waiting game for him, I think. I think one day he may eventually find out how to escape, but he's not managed so far, so let's just hope he doesn't become an escapee like all the rest. It would definitely have to be an imaginary place. If I was to create Cashew a place, it would definitely have lots of tunnels and tubes, because he loves his tunnels and tubes. It would have stairs, because he loves to climbing the stairs. And it would have plenty of flat ground, because Cashew is so active and he loves to run. That would be his perfect place, I think. And that's definitely where I take him. There was actually, it was actually between quite a few names. I quite liked Hershey, I quite liked Pecan as well, and I also quite liked Tofu, and it actually ended up between Tofu and Cashew, and yes, so I just decided that Cashew fit better with his looks and it was the perfect name for him, so yeah. At the time, when I was in the adoption bit, there weren't actually any Syrian hamsters there. There were a couple of dwarf hamsters, but there weren't any Syrian hamsters in need of adopting. So he was the one there. He was the cutest one of the shop for sure. But the great thing was that I was adopting him and giving him a second chance of life with a loving home. So, you know, that felt great. But the thing was, I wasn't actually looking for a cream Syrian hamster because I thought that it would remind me too much of Honey and make me quite sad seeing another full cream Syrian in her cage. I didn't really want to go for that option, so I was looking at banded Syrians because I quite fancied a banded Syrian at the time. But then I saw Cashew and I fell in love with him, and yeah, and once you fall in love with a pet, especially if you're looking for that type of pet at the time, you just can't say no to them and you can't leave them behind, so there you go. He stood out against a lot of the hamsters, for instance in the pet shop section. He was this really pale cream Syrian and he had such a pretty princess face with these adorable black eyes, and he was just so cute, and I did fall in love with him as soon as I saw him because you just can't not fall in love with this guy as soon as you see him, right? I don't actually have a favourite pet. I love both Cashew and Nutmeg equally. They're both adorable and unique and funny in their own little ways, but I do not have a favourite pet. Cashew has done quite a few adorable poses in his time, but there was this one pose that he was actually perching on the cage door and posing on there, and it reminded me so much of Honey's old pose. She used to pose on the door all the time, and I actually took a photo of it and I put it on Instagram, so it's absolutely adorable and I do think that's his best pose yet. Okay, so that is the furry friend tag with Cashew. That's all the questions and I really hope you enjoyed. So if you'd like to see a furry friend tag with Nutmeg, then just let me know below and I will make that for you as well. So that's the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to see more of our videos, then go subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing adorable, active little Cashew, then don't forget to hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye!